Good. So now in this tutorial we are going to look at how we can create a label for Sobolo drink. It's very easy, and we are going to use Illustrator. So let's go to File. Let me put the name there. So let me change it to centimeter and then put in the details. Now the bleed simply means that when you print, the area that you want to, the space you want to leave for cutting, that is the bleed. After everything, hit the OK. Good. So when you click on OK, this is your sample. Now the bleed, that is the area between the red line, the white, the background. So for your label to be nice and then to save yourself from a lot of color related issues, make sure you use gradients. And to use gradient, just as you've seen, I've drawn a shape. Let's come to this icon, that is the gradient. So when you click on it, it will take effect. Then you come to this side. This is not the color that you are going to use. So when you come to this side, you double click and it will give you the color palette. So you click outside, then you come and double click this one. Let's select the same color. Good. So now I want to add another color. So what I have to do is bring the mouse. You see that it has a plus. Click on it. Double click. Let me select yellow. Good. So I don't want the yellow to be like this. I want it to be diagonal. So just come to this side. Come here and select -135. Now when you look at this side, the location is 0. So just click on this one once. The location is 0. So let's change the location. Let's put in any figures there. Then when you click on enter, you see that it has taken effect. Let's do the same thing for this. This one is 100. Let's reduce it. Let's say 80 plus 87. I'm just putting in something, that's all. So you can alternatively use this to do the adjustment. Sorry. So now you can see that we have our background. So when you are okay with this, now don't forget that this is the linear. When you look at this side, it's linear. If you change it to this, this is what you will get, depending on what you are doing. So let's go back to the linear. So let's change it to the next 135. Alright. Now come to the selection tool to deactivate the gradient. So let's bring in our text. Now I have typed them down, so let me start with the ingredients. Copy everything. Good. So now you've realized that because I put these things in one text, that is why they are all the same, but I don't want them to be the same. So let me cut it. If you want to cut it, Ctrl C. Sorry, Ctrl X. I want to give this one a different head. So let me give it a font. Come here. I want to change the font. Always make sure that your title is different from the other things. Let me say medium, and then let me select 13. You can enter it yourself if it's not there and hit enter. Let me even select bold. Good. Now let's change the color. if you want to change the color, let's assume that you don't have the color here. Come to this, double tap, see that the color tab will open for you. Then you can change it. Good. So once that you are satisfied with this, all that you have to do is you copy this one and paste it, and then you bring in all your text. So let me bring in all my text, then you move on. Welcome back. So now we've seen that I've put in the text and everything. All that I did was I changed the color, and then I selected bold. Now let's bring in an image. Now take note that a design will be a design only if you have quality image. If you don't have quality image, your design will not be attractive. So this particular image, I had it from a website known as FreePic. So when you come here, just search pineapple, and then when it comes, it comprises of premium features. The crown here means that you have to pay for it. Now use these filters. Select vectors because you are going to use Illustrator. So when you select the vector file, it will give you all the images of the pineapple in vector file. So that is that. Now when you have the thing like this, I want to make use of the glass, but you can see that everything has been highlighted. It means that they have been grouped together. So right click and click on group, and then you click outside. So after you've right click to ungroup them, then you have the glass. Still do the ungroup, so you get this particular column. Now you can see that the juice has been selected. Then you come here and then you change the color. Now it's so blue, so let me make it a little bit darker because it's not all that red. So this. Don't forget, now here too, you can change the straw. Let's assume that I want the straw to be blue. You just change it and then it will be blue. Okay, but here is the case, I don't want the thing to be blue. Now you can also use something called color picker. Let's assume that you've selected this one. You want to use this green. Come to this icon, click on it, and then when you click on this, you realize that now we are not seeing it because this one is not one color. It comprises of colors. So that is how you get your shape. Now I have, for time factor, I have them here. This one is the ginger. Good. So now this is the one I'm going to use. So I'll just pick it and send it. It's too big. It was because of the way I copied it. So what I did was I pressed Ctrl down, and then I was pressing the plus icon. I'm pressing the plus icon to maximize it. If you want to reduce it, you use the minus. So that is how you do it. Now I have my stuff here, so I'll put all these things together, and then when it comes to this one, is your style, how you want to do it. Just make sure that you get quality images. That's all. Alright, so I have grouped all the things here. I've put them together. Now if you want to group anything, when you click on that particular item, let's say, let me ungroup. Just press the shift down and then click on the next item. After that, you can right click and click group or Ctrl G. So let me lift it and send it to our interface. Because I grouped them, I've deleted the glass we brought. Good. So Ctrl minus plus the minus sign to reduce the display so that we can also reduce the item we want to bring. So all these things you'll get them free at FreePick on FreePick website. Good. So the benefit of doing the grouping is that whatever changes that you want to do, you do it once. But there are instances where you cannot group all the items. You have to bring them individually. So our design is ready. Now let me bring in some bulletin here to make the thing look more professional and nice. So if you want to bring in bulletin, depending on what you want to use, let me go to shape and then let me use the ellipse tool. We use the ellipse tool to draw circle and oval. Now it has taken the gradient colors. Now we don't want that one, so let's use red. Good. Now let me quickly explain this one. The fill means that is the color of the item. Now the stroke is the outside. So let me click on this. Now you've seen that the stroke is out. Let me increase it. And then yes, that is the stroke around the object. You can apply the stroke on a shape, on a image, and then on a text. If you don't want to, just click on this and then, but before you do that, make sure you select that particular item. Now you've seen that it has gone. Now let's go back to the field. So let me bring in the bulletin. Good. So now if this is what you want to use, there's no need for you to draw. Just Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Ctrl C means copy. Ctrl V means paste. Now Ctrl V. We've copied it already, so we are pasting. So that is it. Now let's group all this together so that in case you click on it, Ctrl G, click on one, press down the shift, and then use your mouse to click, and then select all. Ctrl G. So now when you move them, you move it as a team. Good. Now when you right click outside your working space, you click on show rulers. So you can use the rule to make your work nice. So that is that. It has leveled, we've put in everything, but we've not actually inserted the name. So let's insert the name. I think I've typed them down here. Make sure you increase the thing. Good. So like I was telling you, let's add a stroke to this particular text, but before that, let's bring in all the name. So you can see that it has taken the shape for the font for the first one. We are not going to use that one. So let me see this and see if this one will be nice. Okay. Now let me bring in the last one. Then you add beauty. So our design is ready, but if you leave it like this, it's not nice. So let's add stroke and change colors and other things. So let's change the black to white. Good. Now let's change this one also to white. Now let's add a stroke. So let's click on the second one. Now let's change the stroke color to red. Now if the stroke is too big, the one is too big, click on the drop down here and you can select 0.75. Now let me add a black stroke to this one. Good. And then let me add white stroke. Now let me change it to 0.5. Good. So you can see that the label is now nice, very nice. So after you've gotten everything, you check the spellings of all the items here. Now that you are satisfied, go to File. If you select Save As, the options there are limited, so go to Save for Web. You can also save it as template. Now when you come here, you have so many forms, PNG and the rest. Then you save it. So one is there already. So after it has saved, you open your, it will come back, and then let's go to where we save the thing. So that is it. Our label is ready. Sambap's special Sobolo. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Your comments are welcome. It will help us to do more. And then your suggestions, questions, everything, kindly drop them. Thanks for watching.